Between takes, he might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome. Well, let's see. Baxter number one is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed.
Rodney Alcala is very likely one of the worst serial killers of all time. He could have killed up to 130 people. He often photographed his victims in sexual positions before strangling them. However, he didn't just strangle them once. He would toy with his victims and then strangle them until they passed out and do it again and again until they died. He is best known as the dating game killer for his appearance on a popular American TV show at the time called The Dating Game in 1978. He beat out his two competitors and won a date with Cheryl Bradshaw.
I'm called the Banana, and I look really good.
Can you be a little more descriptive?
Peel me.
Well, I like bananas, so I'll take one.
Number one. That's your number one. All right.
Come on, over here.
However, Cheryl luckily didn't go on a date with Alcala as she found him creepy. One of his fellow bachelors described him as having some odd opinions. Rodney responded to this by murdering 3 people in quick succession, likely due to anger at being rejected.
The best time is at night, nighttime.
Why do you say that?
Because that's the only time there is. Well, they're okay, but nighttime's when it really gets good. Then you're really ready.
On June 20th, 1979, Rodney Alcala would make his final mistake as a free man with the murder of a 12-year-old Robin Samso. She was missing for 12 days before a decomposing body was found in the hills of LA. The police talked to her friends who said she was approached by a strange man on the beach who asked to take her photo. A sketch was produced which was identified as Rodney Alcala by his parole officer. They searched his house where they found a key to a storage locker. There they found Robin's earrings. Rodney was immediately arrested and sentenced to death. However, this was overturned by the Supreme Court due to the jury being improperly informed about his past sex crimes. He was retried as more of his murders came out and was sentenced to death again and held in California. He ended up with 8 definite murders and 5 convictions of first-degree murder. However, while the police searched his house, they found over 1,000 sexually explicit photographs. Most of the people in them remain unidentified to this day, though some families have found who they think to be their loved ones who disappeared to be in the photos. This would take the number of potential victims up to 130. Only 110 of the photos have been released to the public so far, as most of them have been deemed too explicit or disturbing.
Well, let's see. Baxter number one is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed.
Alcala is estimated to be the serial killer with the highest intellect of around 170 IQ compared to Ed Kemper, who is the general example of a genius serial killer having an IQ of around 135. During his third trial, he decided to defend himself as his own lawyer. He interrogated himself for 5 hours straight. He used a deeper voice for the lawyer and referred to himself as Mr. Alcala. His argument was that he didn't remember killing the 4 women, and at the end, played a song about wanting to kill someone. This worked about as well as you'd expect, and he was sentenced to death for a 3rd time. He died on the 24th of July, 2021, of natural causes in prison. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want.